we can see, just looking at the radar screen, that primarily the dollar eased up against the yen and against the CAD. Okay, and the yen moved again to up against the pound. So basically the yen has been strong in the Tokyo session as a whole. The Swiss has been weak. The pound Swiss has been up. The dollar Swiss has been up. And this is what we talked about in yesterday's session, that the Swiss is weakening. So we can see that the pound Swiss is already up 70 pips from last night. From doing the session on Saturday, we're up 70 pips on the pound Swiss. We're up 64 pips on the dollar, on the Aussie Swiss, and we're up 36 on I am setting it up, Tom. I'm setting up my multi-chart, so just give me, maybe by this afternoon I will. So it's the same for you. It's identical. So in so again we have the strong move coming in, the weakness in the Swiss from last night, and you can see the Euro Swiss moving up. You can see the pound Swiss you can see the pound Swiss breaking to the highs, making new highs again. So at least from last night, from Saturday's workshop, we can see that again we're having the Swiss franc is the one that is actually working quite nicely. It is declining as we expected, and it's coming towards the next structure point. So we should be focusing continuously, or at least primarily today, on the decline in the Swiss. We had a minor pullback in the yen, which is no big deal. The Aussie, Canadian now is putting a new high. The dollars just eased up in the overnight session, and the same thing with the euro. So in this case, just to tally up to see what we're doing, we're going to look at the pound dollar. It's trading at 160. Well, our buy from Saturday was 160.40. You're already up 34 pips, and it's already up 64 pips on and it's near the high of the session. So the pound dollar is quite strong. The Aussie dollar is also quite strong, and the Euro dollar is the weakest so far, but it is strong. I mean, the dollar is the one that sold off overnight, and the euro is quite, the pound is the strongest, then followed by the Aussie, and then followed by the euro. But the Swiss is the weakest of all currencies. It is a sell-off against all currencies. So we should be focusing on shorting the Swiss and trying to find an entry to buy the pound and to buy the Aussie.